The only black art or media that is accepted by the masses is the best of the best. Meanwhile, you have super average white people getting famous like, I don't know, the D'Amelios. So when I see Kaya going up, I'm happy because who cares if it's normal? That's a black woman get into the bag.
Exactly, bro. Why do you have to hate all the time? When I see black people succeeding, I'm always happy, bro. I'm always like, let's fucking get it. Except for Quan fucking Mills. Fuck Quan fucking Mills, bro. Cooking with Kaya. What went wrong by fvckDH? Because you know how YouTube be playing with cursing in the first like 30 seconds. So yeah.
Wake up and make your man some breakfast before I do. I feel like my name just gets slandered so much and I really don't be doing nothing. Like I literally don't be doing nothing. It's just always something. So rare that I see positive stuff about me.
So much has changed in this 1 year.
From cooking on TikTok to rubbing shoulders with Kai Cenat in Streamer University to finally breaking down due to the hate she's receiving, cooking with Kaya's career has definitely been an interesting watch. The thing is, I think Kaya reaching this point was completely avoidable. Kaya's social media story is merely a cautionary tale for any young women who want to take on a social media career. And young men too, don't worry, I got something for y'all too. Today,
W mans, bro. But no, he's right. This whole situation with cooking with Kaya could have went so much differently, dude.
Hey, let me be your guide because we got a long journey ahead of us. I want to look back at Kaya's career and truly understand why she went from this normal TikToker to now crying on the internet. Where did she go wrong? What did she do for it to be this way? These are all questions I had upon seeing that clip of her crying, but I knew there was more to the story. All I had to do was look. So I'm gonna quit yapping and let's start.
All right.
I think it's easiest if we start at the beginning. Kaya as a TikToker was posting a lot of cooking content, but before all that, or at least based off of what I was looking at, Kaya was really just posting relatable content for women. And if you scroll down on her TikTok, it's less of her cooking show and more just typical stuff a young woman would post. If you're gonna build a career off of relatable
See, that's the thing. You do something, like you just throw shit at the wall on social media until something sticks, and then when it sticks, you just do that. That's really how it goes. But like someone like me and like some other like bigger creators out there, I'm more into like just doing variety stuff regardless, bro. I'm not too like, yes, I say this all the time, bro. I do want to make this my career and I would love to, and I know it'll happen soon at some point, but like at the same time, I'm not really worried about the numbers, bro. I'm just having a good time. I'm just putting out content for y'all, and that's it, bro. And I feel like once I make it to that point of where I can do this as my full-time career and as my dream job, I feel like that's not gonna change. I feel like I'm just gonna still just throw shit out, bro. I don't know.
Content for your demographic. Expect your demographic to find your content and gravitate towards that. You've established yourself as a relatable girly. Your audience is full of women, and if you're tapped into social media spaces, you should know women.
Oh, is that why people hated her? Cause she started off as like a relatable woman TikToker and then turned into a male panderer. I don't fucking know.
Women, almost to a fault, I do admit, but they are loyal supporters. And this brings me to the cooking content because Kaya went viral for stuff like this.
Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
She went viral for cooking and twerking. And let's be honest, this was bound to cause an uproar. So on Twitter and YouTube, you have people questioning her success. People said things like, why is she famous? She doesn't even—
You know, I hate that shit, bro. That's the thing. That's another thing about the transition of being like a normal content creator to being like a viral sensation, bro. A lot of the time, because you make something that just goes super viral, all of a sudden everybody thinks that you're a one-hit wonder, an industry plant. Meanwhile, you've been doing this for years and nobody been tuning in, and now you finally got your shot and everybody calling you an industry plant. That shit, yo, hey, bro, because like they did that shit to Kai. They said Kai Cenat was an industry plant. Kai been making videos since he was what, 16? What is he now, 21, 22 now? He been making videos since 16. And then he blew up and everybody started calling him an industry plant. What? What?
even cook that good, etc. People were quick to critique Kaya's content because it was mediocre. Admittedly, it was merely cooking and twerking, things that your average woman could probably do. Well, average black woman, because we know black queens are multifaceted. Shout out to mom.
W black woman. WDH, bro. Shout out to DH for shouting out black women. I like that for you, bro.
There was also a lot of men finding hella appeal to the content, which obviously, nigga, you have a conventionally attractive black woman who is cooking and twerking for the camera, but that also marks the start of something bad, that being her being male-centered.
I am not.
See, I said it. What did they call her? What did I say just now? Male panderer? Isn't that what they called her? A male panderer?
Male-centered.
Girl, what the fuck is you talking about?
Something Kaya claims she isn't, but as I continue, you're gonna see otherwise. Now at this point,
I mean, I feel like she's saying that because at the beginning of her career, she wasn't. As you can see from her start of the video, like the start of the video where you showed like her other videos, the beginning of her career, she wasn't male-centered. And then she started doing the cooking stuff.
not really taking Kaya's content too seriously. I know people were heavy on critiquing her for being average, but to me, man, who fucking cares? I know we preach about black excellence, and I know black people love to be great, but we need to make room for black mediocrity. Adopt that phrase, because
black
everyone else is
real.
allowed to be just okay, but not us. The only black art or media that is accepted by the masses is the best of the best. Meanwhile, you have super average white people getting famous, like, I don't know, the D'Amelios. So when I see Kaya going up, I'm happy because, nigga, who cares if it's normal? That's a black woman get into the bag scene.
Exactly, bro. Why do niggas have to hate all the time? Why do niggas have to hate all the time, bro? When I see black people succeeding, I'm always happy, bro. I'm always like, let's fucking get it. Except for Quan fucking Mills. Fuck Quan fucking Mills, bro. Sorry, that was a stray. That was a stray. Okay.
That aside, that's not even the only criticism she was receiving, because she also did shit like this.
1, 2, Kaya's coming for you. Wake up and make your man some breakfast before I do.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I can take your man if he tried Kaya's chicken pasta.
So she started rage baiting and joking about taking her audience as partners. And at first I'm thinking, nigga, she's trolling, which she definitely is. Everyone knows Kaya is not out here literally trying to take anyone's partners.
Yeah.
But when you start to think about it, especially in retrospect, all she ever did was alienate the people who supported her. Yes, she was joking. She did. She never stopped. She kept going. And like I said, when you view things in retrospect, low key, shorty was tweaking.
When you see me, don't blink or stop. More wop got head top and he had to shave his hair.
I'm saying, bro, look at that. So think about it this way, bro. I know y'all are all watching this shit. And I know you're all watching this shit with me, but like, think about it for a second. When she started off doing TikTok, she started gaining a following for being a relatable black woman to the other women that supported her. Next thing you know, she saw her cooking shit blew up, and then she started doing this shit, talking about some insecure women debating if cooking with Kaya can really take that easy ass nigga with food. Wow. Fucking insane.
Okay, Kaya, you're joking about your audience partners being easy, and don't get me wrong, if anyone has lost their nigga because of a Kaya video, they're easy and they needed to be dropped. But Kaya kept playing into these jokes, and I think they're easy and they needed to be dropped. But Kaya kept playing into these jokes.
What the fuck happened to bro's audio?
A video, they're easy and they needed to be dropped. But Kaya
nigga just went underwater. He's scuba diving with the mic. The fuck happened? Nigga drove through a tunnel. He drove through the New York tunnels.
it kept playing into these jokes, and I think it definitely just got to a point for her audience.
Peep the audio unless it's it's copyrighted. It's copyrighted. That sucks. Oh, this is awkward. And then niggas tried to say she was like 16 or something. I was like, please, y'all. Come on now. Let's not start lying, bro. Because, I mean, nigga, you can tell she had a hold on. I need
This
a
is what
different.
I mean. Kaya is talking about these women and saying it's a hate train, and then she made a TikTok that emphasizes how she'll cook in a relationship.
Okay, he got out of the tunnel. He's out. He's out of the water. He's good.
That was clearly male-centered. Now, I'm not saying you can't make TikToks expressing things that you do in relationships. It's just Kaya's approach. The way she made the video, she did it by competing with other women. That TikTok was made to make her look better in comparison to other women, the same women that were supporting her. And this is where the hate is coming from, or at least the quote-unquote hate. It's supporters and other women being thrown off by this odd competitive flair to her videos that centers men. But according to her, she doesn't center men.
I am not male-centered.
Girl, what the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, right. Anyways, I did want to read a few Reddit posts that I found because I feel like they were very insightful.
Okay, he's not showing anything, but I was telling Kendrick this too because he said it when she was first blowing up. I was like, bro, there's no way she's underage. She has a titty job, bro. She has a boob job. They don't give that to people under the age of 18.
And I got most of them from r/black.
I mean, I did do. There was that one video I reacted to that girl that did get a BBL at 16, but they did it illegally for her. So there's also that.
Girls, because I really wanted the opinions of fellow black women. I can promise you, no woman is jealous of her cooking skills, despite how bad you all try to prove this. The reason why she's disliked is also not because of her ass shaking. The actual reason is her bragging about how she can take someone's man. For me, it's not even about her cooking, it's her personality. Like, she literally gives off the vibe she wants people to hate on her. Look at her captions, they're practically begging for it. And don't even get me started on the men, glazing her up like a Krispy Kreme donut. Are y'all in a relationship with her?
What the fuck?
What? It's kind of embarrassing for my eyes. The stealing your man thing is all rage bait, but yeah, the men's obsession with her is getting concerning. When you say your opinion, them niggas are ready to attack you. And it's sad, like she doesn't even know you guys. Right.
Okay, I can agree with that one. I can agree with that one, bro. Because it's like, I mean, but that's on both sides, bro. People do that on both sides for content creators. It's like, she not gonna fuck you, bro. She not gonna fuck you. Okay. Simple. Let me stop. She not gonna fuck you though, for real. So it's like defending her as if you're dating her is a little crazy, bro. But women do that shit to men too. He not gonna fuck you.
Hey, homegirl needs to be careful. There's nothing but niggas in her comments. There are real life predators out there. And I feel like these really all paint a very clear picture. She's clearly rage baiting, yes, but it's the men. Let me be clear though, not just men, but online men. And online, we've had eras of red pill ideology being spewed, manosphere content. And so for Kaya to appeal to these same individuals, it's extremely concerning. It was never about the cooking, but it was about her approach to making content and her decision on how she wanted to continue.
Like, look at those, bro.
I'll come back to this later.
I'm not trying to objectify her, bro, but like they're obvious, bro. They're obvious. They're obviously fake. Is what it is. Not saying she's a bad person for getting them, not saying she's disgusting for getting them. I'm just saying it's an observation.
For now, let's talk about Kaya after this initial TikTok blow up art.
I remember I used to see comments that was like, oh, they sit up so nice, babe. I'm like, you niggas are gross. You niggas are gross.
Kaya's success, her next step was clearly integrating herself outside of.
Like, how horny do you have to be to actually sit there, type that comment out, reread it, and then put it up, bro? Fuck.
The TikTok content creation sphere. TikTok clout is typically a budding creator's first step to getting their name known. Their next step after is expanding. So Kaya would be seen on various streams, but since I'm using it as background footage, she was on Rakaya's stream. She would also be seen in 20v1s. 20v1s being super black aside, at this point,
20v1s being super black aside is a crazy ass sentence.
Kaya had successfully expanded outside of TikTok. With her being on all these streams and even a 20v1, that meant her career was evolving. And then
I am Professor Cooking with Kaya.
And this is where the hate begins. Like that other shit getting hated on because, you know, the cooking videos, that wasn't gonna stop her career. The shit she did here at Streamer University has a possibility to make her fall off. Not even gonna lie to you. I don't think it will end her career because she's still a bag chaser at the end of the day, you can tell. But it's gonna hit her. It's gonna hit her.
Yeah, cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
she made it to Streamer University, and that went about as crazy normal. It was definitely one of the most appearances on a stream of all time. She got into two little beefs that I know of. One where Kia, a streamer, claimed she was rude, and the other with her boyfriend. We'll start with the streamer beef.
Wait, who? I don't remember this shit. I don't know about this shit whatsoever.
No, deadass, I'm not even making that up. Like, I was like, hey girl, and I started dancing. I had seen her and I was like, cooking with Kaya, and she was like, fuck. Damn, bitch, okay. Cause one thing about it, I'm trying to support every single body.
So you mad because you did too much and she looked at you weird? So you mad because you did too much and she looked at you weird? That's what I'm getting from this. You come up... Niggas need to remember that these streamers aren't your friends. Yes, you're going to Streamer University, but they not your homies before you get to know them. You could have went up to on some real shit like, yo, Kai, I really fuck with your shit, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And then y'all could have built a relationship like that from the Streamer Universe. No, instead you walk up to her, hey, Kaya, cooking with Kaya, cooking with... I would have looked at you weird too. On some real shit, I would have looked at you weird too. Why are you in my face doing my whole bit? It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
And I'm trying to support you too, cooking with Kaya. So yes, I did your little dance, and she looked at me like I was crazy with an attitude. And I'm like, nobody has done that on campus, but she did. But maybe she has a different vibe on stream.
What's up, lab? No, I don't
support you. Yes, I did your little dance, and she every single body. And I'm trying to support you too, cooking with Kaya. So about it, I'm dancing. I had seen her, and I was like, cooking with Kaya, and she was like,
at least she kept like a smile. She kind of just like like it was kind of like awkward for her. And you taking her being kind of weirded out for you dancing in front of her, doing her whole bit for her being rude. Let's see what Kaya says, because
she has a vibe on stream. I support you too, cooking with Kaya. So yes, I did your little dance, and she looked at me like I was crazy with an attitude. And I'm like, nobody has done that on campus, but she did. But maybe she has a different vibe on stream.
Like, what? Everybody who's around me always say like I'm positive energy. Like, everybody know that about me. So I don't know what interaction she...
Yo, why the fuck did she come in a chef outfit, bro? That hat is throwing me the fuck off, bro. I'm done, bro.
Talking about where she said cooking with Kai and I looked at her crazy. Like, I was on stream the whole time I was down there. Y'all would have saw that. Like, what?
Now I can't say for sure what went down.
Well, then pull up the Kaya part. Well, hold on. If she was on stream the whole time, why don't we pull up the clip where it actually happened?
But I will say, immediately beefing with another woman or another woman coming out and saying this about you when you've already been fighting to beat the male-centered allegations ain't a good look. Once again, I'm not saying she did anything, but for her brand and her image, it's not helping that a woman came out and called her rude. But honestly, that was a nothing burger. It's mostly...
I think also, what she could have done differently though, Kaya, in this situation, she could have not attacked her though. Like I mean, I did it too, but nigga, I'm not in this situation. It's not me. I would have been like, hey, I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. If I did actually look at her weird, like that wasn't my intention. I was just like, yo, she kind of doing a little too much, but like, you know what I'm saying? I still appreciate the support. Cause that's how I'm gonna be. Like, yeah, nigga, if you come up to me doing one of my bits in real life, like once I get to that level, if you come up to me doing one of my bits in real life, I might look at you weird, but at the same time, I'm still fuck with you cause nigga, you supported me. So I'm gonna be like, yo, calm down a little bit, but like, I fuck with you, my nigga. What's that with you, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? Just some simple shit, bro. I don't know.
Perception and how she is being viewed.
Sad,
she's
man.
already seen as someone who censors males and doesn't care about women, and then she gets into a little beef with one. Bro, she's cooking her image. But whatever. Kaya has an ex-boyfriend.
It's a tough situation. That's one thing that everyone can agree on. And if you can't agree on that, you probably just rage baiting or you have no brain. It's a tough situation to be successful, bro. When you have someone come up to you that you don't know, but they know you on some parasocial shit, it's a tough thing, bro. It's tough, bro. That's one thing we can all agree on. That's probably something that's really like It's kind of difficult to navigate that shit, bro.
Friend named
Simple.
Zabron James. And I'm not even kidding. I don't know why he called himself that, but okay.
Yes, his name is actually Zabron James.
And also,
bro, you know what's crazy? Earlier on,
and I'm not even kidding.
I swear to God, bro, earlier on in this, just now when I was talking about the whole her dancing in front of her, did I not just stare at the camera and blink just like this?
He called himself that, but okay. And also,
yo, hey, bro, I was like, yo.
So he kind of looks like a hood nigga
I didn't do it
caricature.
that's
You
just
can
who I
see
am.
it, tight pants, chunky shoes. But during Streamer University, he claims Kaya cheated on her after a clip of her twerking with a man touching her butt in a party circulated.
Hold the fuck up. You clipped this yourself? Bro clipped this his damn self because you can see, you can edit it and you can save the clip. And you only have these options when it's you who clipped it. This nigga clipped it. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see it either. I don't see shit.
And honestly, bro, you can hardly see anything in this clip, but it sent Mr. Zabron spiraling, as you can see by these Twitter coke rants. But this was a really bad look for him, and he did end up putting Kaya down and saying,
I wouldn't say it's parasocial on his end, because if this was actually his girlfriend, him watching her stream is just supporting. However, you clipping that shit and doing this, yeah, that's a little much. I'm not gonna lie. But in the same breath, my girl wouldn't do some shit like that to me, bro. Knowing damn well I'm gonna be watching. Crazy.
Shouldn't trust a bitch. But Kaya would address this.
Alright, y'all, so basically we for the people who don't know, we went to we had a party, like we all went to like the club. Basically I was dancing with the girls. Supposedly he touched me and I had no idea. Like, he touched me without me even seeing. So I was unaware of that until the chat started saying like his name, and I didn't know who he was at first, but he did just come up to me. He apologized if he did do it, which I'm not denying that he did because I seen like a clip or whatever, but he apologized for it. No, y'all, I'm not denying that he did because I seen.
Bro, I love this nigga when he puts these little captions down here. If he did, nigga, that's just
like a clip or whatever, but he apologized for it. No, y'all, don't start saying that, y'all. Don't say that. He wants to apologize to my chat for that, because, yeah, like I said, he said he was drunk. I didn't know that he was, like I said, I was with girls. I was with a group of girls. I was streaming the whole time. I was with a group of girls. So, supposedly, when he did that, he said he was, like, drunk or whatever. But, like I said, he apologized. That's the end of it.
So Kaya says she was dancing in a club with her friends and a nigga touched her butt. That's SA flat out. I don't care if you're dancing in a club. You really shouldn't just put your hands on strangers you don't know. Now, if Zabron had a problem with
a young nigga with a brain, bro. A young nigga with a brain. Love to see it. Love to fucking see it, bro. You trying to say, cause niggas will say that. Niggas will say that, and it's actually insane. And don't think it's just exclusive to niggas too, because girls will touch up on a nigga dick and be like, that's not sexual assault because he in the club. I'm sorry. When the fuck did it become okay to assault someone because they're in a club? What? And no, I'm not making this up. I literally saw this happen once. I forgot who exactly it was. It was like this random dude on TikTok showing how this girl legit like grabbed his shit like this in the club after he said he didn't want to dance with her. She was like, let me dance with you. Like, she turned around and tried to dance. He was like, nah, I'm cool. She turns around and grabs that nigga's dick and then walks off. Are we dead ass? What? Bro, insane. And I'm saying it's not okay for you to grab or slap up on a girl's ass even if she twerking in the club, bro.
with her dancing and twerking in the club and putting herself in that environment, that's fine, but don't blame her for getting essayed and crash out on Twitter. This will lead Kaya to eventually breaking up. When this happened, I was actually gonna make a video on it because Kaya says things that really put her relationship into perspective.
I'm not gonna speak on his situation.
He be crying, he broke, some shit like that.
I'm not gonna sit here and cap. Of course I have feelings for him, but I feel like he really did the most about this situation, and the way he trying to slander my name like I'm a whore. First of all, if I was one, that would be embarrassing for you. Like, why would you stay with a whore? Why would you cry for a whore when she says she wants you to go get established and that she doesn't want to be in a relationship? Why would you literally cry? Okay? Like, y'all, I've never seen a man cry like that. And I'm not, men can cry. But it just got to the point where it's like, dang, like, every time I tell you anything like that, like, you should take, like, that should be a good thing. I just want you to be established. That's all I want. Gambling is not.
And the thing about her, what she's saying right now is it's not entirely wrong. She want him to be established, this, that, and the third, but it's not entirely wrong. What is she saying? It's just the way she goes about it. Like, she's not wrong. Wanting an established man is not an issue, especially when she's successful like this. Wanting you to get up and get your shit together when you're successful, it's not, come on.
I'm not even gonna talk about that. I was respectful enough to tell him, I still want this, but I just want you to go get established. That's all I was asking for. I just want him to get established. To the point where I kept telling him, like, yo, I got so fed up. I was literally telling him, like, go hang out with boys. You have friends out here. Like, get out the house. You don't gotta stay with me 24/7. Like, I don't know. I just got frustrated. It's just, yeah, I am too young. I just got frustrated of carrying the weight. Y'all, I couldn't do nothing. Like, he didn't let me do nothing.
Her hair, her fingers stuck in her hair.
Y'all, I couldn't do nothing.
Oh,
like,
nah, her fingers stuck in her hair.
Nothing. Like, oh my gosh. It was so bad.
So for Kaya, she says that Zabron is pretty much a bum. She says he's been gambling and that she wanted him to be established in his career, but rather than looking for his success and building himself up, he stayed on her body. I think that's why she was in the club dancing in the first place. He had a part to play in pushing his woman away. But I bring this up to say, no average person on the internet is gonna really look at this situation and get this conclusion. They're gonna see a super confusing clip of Kaya dancing in a circle and say she cheated. I mean, the person reacting to it is a guy, and he's doing all this, and my nigga, you can barely see what's going on. I seen the clip and said, where's the cheating? It took Kaya explaining the clip for me to fully understand and see what was happening. People were jumping to these conclusions and saying she just flat out cheated way before she even had a chance to speak. And the people who were doing that,
that's a fact, bro. That's a fact, bro.
Are the niggas. They're the same ones she kept trying to appeal to. So she blew up, kept trolling her female audience, catered to a male one, had a little beef or whatever with a female streamer, and then gets accused of cheating by her ex-boyfriend, and the same male she catered to turn on her because that's the nature of the internet.
Speak to him, DH. Oh my God. This little nigga speaking facts. I'm not calling him a little nigga to troll. I'm just saying he's young, bro. I think he did a community post on his channel saying that he just graduated high school. That's the only reason why I'm calling him young nigga and all of this shit, bro. I'm just trolling, bro. I'm just trolling. But no, for real, he got a brain, bro. He got a brain. This is crazy. This nigga got a brain. Cause if you didn't think about it this way, if she got into this situation but she still had her female audience, let me not say female. If she did all of this, if she did all of this and she still had her woman audience and she wasn't catering to men, they probably would have backed her ass up. They probably would have backed her up. They probably would have been at her side off that shit. But the fact that she got all these niggas now, main audience is niggas because of what she did, them niggas gonna turn on her. Because that's how it is. That's how niggas are, bro. It's insane. So yes, I do agree with Mariano. Cooking with Kaya hate is force, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it is low-key force.
Had she not abandoned her original audience, I promise you, a lot of the noise, the negativity would have been drowned out because she had the women supporting her. You feel me? Then Kaya made the worst mistake of her career, and she went on an Aiden Ross e-date. Now, I don't think I need to introduce Aiden Ross.
She did this after Streamer U?
Y'all already know how he be moving. He is Twitch's Diddy, that's for sure. But Kaya, a woman who achieved her next level of fame by alienating her female audience, is now on the platform as someone who not only promoted red pill ideology / manosphere content, but someone who is vocal about his admiration for a literal
Now I'm not gonna say nothing. Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing. All I'm gonna say is I'm not a fan of Aiden Ross. That's it. I'm not gonna spread no hate, no shit like that, because like you can just say that you don't really like watch this shit. I don't watch his shit. I never really kind of liked the shit he did. So that's what I'm gonna leave it at.
Aiden Ross is not only very unintelligent.
I don't hate the nigga though. Then let me say that I don't hate the nigga.
He's quite
like
literally
you weirdo ass niggas. You can just not like somebody's content and keep it moving. That's it. You don't have to hate them.
misogynistic. Kaya went on the platform of someone like him as a black woman, and if you've noticed, you really won't see a black woman on Aiden Ross's platform unless they're number one, dumb, and number two, hate themselves. Because Aiden Ross does not like black women. Even if he's friends with black people, he's definitely racist. He's a culture vulture who used our culture to succeed, and that's who Kaya was chopping it up with. So when I seen this, I just knew she was dumb. However, when
boy, if you don't get the fuck out my face,
I seen the clip of her crying on stream, I wasn't surprised because that was the route that she was going down.
Hey, DH. Hey, DH.
Like my name just gets slandered so much, and I really don't be doing nothing. Like I literally don't be doing nothing. It's just always something. When it comes to my name, it's just always something. Like it's so rare that I see positive stuff about me, and I literally don't do nothing. Like nothing. Like nothing could get worse than that. So it's just like all the hate and everything. Like nothing affects me no more. Like it's like I have no feelings no more. All right, y'all, I'm finna just end for a little bit.
How you gonna say you have no feelings anymore while you're crying?
I'll probably be back later.
You don't see positive stuff and you see all this hate because the demographic that will most understand your struggles and your circumstances has been abandoned. I said it before, but women will support each other almost to a fault, and you left them for a bunch of chronically online men who can hardly comprehend misogyny unless it's someone explicitly stating that they hate women. I feel bad for you, Kaya, but it's true, and that's what you did. And then you tried to come on here and say you weren't male-centered.
Because they for sure said because I'm a Virgo that I'm male-centered.
Because you're a Virgo.
I am not.
What does your sign have to do with you posting male-centered content?
Male-centered. However, males are very nice to me, and for the most part, most males respect me, and they don't judge me without even not knowing me.
Kaya, the spaces you are in, I don't think these males respect you. They're the same ones who thought you being essayed meant you were a cheater. They're the same ones who will call you a hoe or a bot for twerking. You're so blinded by it, you can't see it. So the reason Cooking with Kaya got to this point is because she ditched the audience that she came up with. She ditched the women she related to in favor for males when online spaces are laced with misogyny. The same people she catered to were nowhere to be found when she got accused of cheating, and were for damn sure nowhere to be found when she was crying. I think had Kaya not been so keen on trolling and held back on some of those crazier TikToks, she wouldn't be in this spot. I obviously don't think this is the end for Kaya, but I think it's really important to analyze her come up. It's very important to build an audience of people who aren't toxic and aren't going to turn on you. Your foundation is the key for social media, and you need to create and put out what you want to attract. She attracted the wrong crowd and individuals, and it burned her. That's all I had to say. I don't think Kaya's a bad person or whatever. I just noticed a lot, especially in retrospect, how much her content and social media presence really comes across as an ick for women. So I thought I'd chef up a little bit on my analysis.
Hey, he nice with it.
Unsolicited opinions. Join my membership in Discord. I do want that shit to be active. But I'm gonna get up out of here. It was fun, travelers. Y'all stay safe. Bye bye.
Hey, DH. Good shit, bro. Good shit, bro. This is a great video. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, man. I hope she bounced back, honestly. Truthfully, I hope she bounced back, because like she don't deserve this hate, bro.